Okay, these questions are a little bit backwards, and we kind of have to work in a roundabout way for this first question. It says Jack and Brenda Bushnell pay $3,640.24 in annual property taxes. The rate of assessment for their district is 48%, and their tax rate is 36.82 mils. Mils means per $1,000. Okay. What's their property's market value? Well, notice the formulas they gave us, market value isn't solved for here. It's multiplied by something to find the assessed value. So in this question, we actually have to work backwards, because instead of giving us the information asking for the property tax, they gave us the property tax and asked us to go backwards and find the market value of the home. So we start at the bottom here, because what do we know? We know the annual property tax, which is also known as real estate tax. So I'm starting with this equation here. Okay, so the real estate tax is $3,640.24. That's supposed to be equal to the tax rate. Do we know the tax rate? We do. The tax rate is 48%. So I move the decimal 2 places to the left. That gives me 0.48 times the assessed value. We do not know the assessed value of the home, so I'm just going to leave that as assessed value. We want to solve and find the assessed value so that we can move up into this equation here. So it's times 0.48. So solve, I would do the opposite and divide by 0.48. Okay, when I do that, I'm given the assessed value, which comes out to $7,583.83. That's the assessed value of the home. We are trying to find the market value, which again, notice is in this formula here. But now that I have the assessed value, I can fill in some more information here. So the assessed value of the home I just found was $7,583.83. That's equal to the market value. I'm just going to call that M so I don't have to write out market value, times the rate of assessment. Now the rate of assessment is 36.82 meals. That means per thousand. So before I can put that into my equation, I have to do the per thousand, which means to divide that number by 1,000. So I take 36.82 and divide by 1,000. And I get 0.03682. That is my rate of assessment right here. Okay, so what equation do I have? I have $7,583.83 equals the market value times 0.03682. I want to solve for my M, my market value. So I'm going to divide both sides by 0.03682. And that will give me the market value of the home. And I get a market value of $205,970, and it wants the nearest cent. This comes out to 40 cents. Okay, so that is the market value of the home. Normally on problems like this, they give you the market value, or sorry, they give you the market value and the rate assessment and ask you to find the real estate tax. This was completely backwards. So you might want to go through it a few times to see the steps. So again, we used the formula for real estate tax, put the real estate tax equal to the tax rate, written as a decimal, times the assessed value, divided by the tax rate to find our assessed value. We then came to this formula, put in the assessed value. It's equal to the market value, which we did not know, times the rate of assessment. Do not forget your rate of assessment to do the mills, which means to divide it by 1,000. Okay, and then we divided both sides by that rate of assessment to get our market value. Okay, here is Reggie Patterson. He received a tax statement showing that the market value of his home was $240,600. The rate of assessment in his locality is 46%. What is the assessed value of his home? So we're not worried about real estate taxes in this question, so I'm not going to worry about this formula. They want the assessed value, so we're going to use this formula here. We know the assessed value should equal the market value, which they told us was $240,600, times the rate of assessment. And in this case, the rate of assessment was given to us as a percentage, 46%. So I move the decimal over 2 places to the left. So all I have to do is take our 240,600 and multiply it by that 46%, 0.46, and I will have my answer. I get $110,676 is the assessed value for his home.